Alright boys and girls, welcome to AI Guy Academy. What I have done here today has truly never been done, so let me just get straight to the point. This video is a full course on creating monetizable historical YouTube automation videos with AI. To be exact, I am going to give you all the knowledge needed to start your own YouTube automation business. No cap. We will literally do everything, from writing scripts, creating the voiceover, generating images with AI, creating a talking AI character, editing, and much more. To show you the proof, here's a quick clip of the video I was able to create.
Welcome to our journey through the Roman Empire. In this video, we'll explore the grandeur of ancient Rome, from its iconic architecture to the bustling streets that once echoed with the footsteps of emperors and citizens alike. We'll uncover fascinating stories behind landmarks like the Colosseum.
Alright guys, I don't know about you, but I am excited to get started with this course. I truly hope that you guys appreciate the amount of work it took me to put this all together. Now, just before we begin, check out my private community called AI Guy Academy. It is a place where you can watch my private courses like my biggest and most recent course called Automation Empire, where I tell everything I know about running faceless AI channels. Additionally, we have a community, live weekly calls where I review your channels, and much more. The link is down below. Okay, enough talking. Are you ready for this? Let's go!
So thanks to AI Guy for this intro, and welcome to this video, guys. In this video, I'm going to show you how I make monetizable historical videos for a YouTube automation channel with the help of AI. So to be exact, in this video, we're going to complete these 14 steps that essentially are going to take us from beginner to pro. So what exactly are we going to do? So first of all, obviously we're going to talk money. I'm going to show you income proof, meaning I'm going to show you YouTube studio of my own channel to show to you that first of all, I am monetized and I know what I'm talking about. In fact, I recently received my play button, so here it is. Shout out to you guys for watching my videos, by the way. That is insane. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you that there is money to be made, and naturally next up we're gonna analyze our competition. I'm gonna show you 3 of competitors' channels that are all history related, but each channel is moving in a different way. You're gonna have a lot of stuff to learn from them. Each channel also utilizes AI. Each of them uses it in a unique way, so you're gonna have a lot of gems to collect from these channels. And naturally we're gonna talk about how much they make as well, right? Not just my money, but more related to the niche. And I'm gonna show you all of the businesses that they run, the type of private communities they build in their channels, so stay tuned for that. Next up, I'm gonna show you video ideation methods, meaning how I'm gonna come up with the actual video title. I'm gonna show you kind of my philosophy behind the process. It's actually super easy, but we're gonna get back to it later. Next up, I'm gonna cover 2 ways of generating a script using AI. Next up, I'm gonna generate an AI character, just like my own character that you saw in the beginning of the video. Then I'm gonna show you guys how to create AI voiceover. We're gonna create AI images. Then we're gonna animate those images using an AI tool. Next up, I'm gonna show you how to get monetizable music with the help of AI. Obviously, next up, we're gonna have to put everything together in CapCut, and we're gonna turn this into a Netflix level production documentary. I mean, just like you saw in the preview. Next up, we're going to create a thumbnail using one of our images that we're going to create for the video. So it's just going to take about 2 minutes to create the thumbnail. Next up, and it's a very important step, we're going to do SEO and keyword research using AI. And trust me, optimizing your videos is an extremely crucial step, so stay tuned for that. Finally, we're going to upload the video. I'm going to show you the right settings for uploading. I'm also going to cover my plans regarding AI Guy history, because I'm finally back to running this channel. But yeah, this time I actually want to take a little more serious and start to be consistent with these historical documentaries. And again, I want to achieve my goal by the end of this year. The goal is to have this historical channel monetized, running, and just entirely with AI and publicly. Nobody has ever done this before, so I think it definitely deserves your like. So go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment. What do you think about this whole process? Am I gonna succeed? Am I gonna fail? Let me know. Who knows? So what is my overall goal with this AI Guy history channel? So first of all, it's a faceless monetized YouTube channel around history, obviously, and by the end of 2024, it should be ideally generating $2,000 to $5,000 a month in ad revenue, or at least it should be monetized. So next up, and most important thing, done by AI instead of outsourcing, at least in the early stages, because you see, if I was to just outsource that channel entirely, that would actually be nothing new. I mean, there's a lot of historical channels already, but barely any of them are entirely made by AI. And obviously, I just want to make this public experiment monetization speedrun. Nobody has ever done this on YouTube. I'm sharing something that people gatekeep, and they keep it for a reason. It's because it makes money. So yeah, I just want to do it. Why not? And next up is just kind of a dream, but potentially grow it into a brand media company again, which all starts out like this on YouTube as a funny video, right? Who knows? Like, things can just escalate. So here are the tools and all the softwares that I'm going to be using in this video in order to really complete this video entirely, just like I am going to complete this video. Unfortunately, it is not possible to do it for free. So here's my way to make this video an absolute win-win situation. You see, if you like the knowledge and you actually want to apply it and try to run a similar channel of your own, do consider using my links, because that way I'll earn a commission. On top of that, every single link has some kind of a deal attached to it. For example, Tube Magic 7 days for $1. It's just an insane deal, because otherwise I believe you'd be paying $40 right away. So you're gonna save some money that way. Or for example, Epidemic Sound, which you can try for absolutely free for 7 7 days at no cost. Or vidIQ, the most essential YouTube optimization AI tool for just $1 for 30 days. And every single tool, again, it has some kind of a link and a deal attached to it. Feel free to utilize it, and I promise you, I guarantee you, if you're really wanting to start on YouTube and you have serious intentions, you cannot do this for free. Show me a single YouTuber that uses free tools. So again, the links are going to be in the description and in this Google Doc, so feel free to just open them, get accustomed with the tool, check them out. Now guys, finally, here are some related videos. If you want to know more different ways to create a channel, logo, branding, a banner, and more stuff, these videos are going to be helpful to you if you really want to get accustomed with these things. Especially this one, I specifically showed how to create a banner on YouTube with AI. The entire process was covered, so the links are going to be in this Google Doc specifically. And before we actually jump in, consider checking out AI Guy Academy. And I know AI Guy has already mentioned it, but hey, it is simply the place you need to be in if you are serious about YouTube. I really want to emphasize that word. My YouTube videos might be valuable and full of sauce, but it is nothing compared to what I offer inside of my academy. So check out the pinned comment and the link in the description. And I guarantee you guys, I know a lot of my students are going to be watching this video. I guarantee you, my students that are going to be watching this video with the knowledge that I've given to them inside of my academy, they are going to be watching this video with a whole other perspective. And they are going to be understanding the processes and the context that you will not be able to understand, simply because there is so much to know about YouTube. YouTube is like a science, it's like a formula, and I've explained that entire formula inside of my academy. Now, with all that being said, let's actually get started with the video. So I've created this list, and as we complete a step, I'm just going to be checking off these points. And so just to make it easier to go through, I really suggest you to get this Google Doc, which is actually your first step. So step number 1, go to the description. You're going to find a link to my Telegram channel. It's going to say Google Doc, and next to it is going to be a link. It's going to take you to the Telegram. Now, if you don't have Telegram installed, which is free by the way, it's not some kind of a promotion, just download it and follow the link, and it's going to take you to my Telegram channel. Once you go to my Telegram channel, you just simply click on the link and the file is going to download. The Google Doc, the PDF file is going to download. That is how you're going to get this Google Doc. It is super simple. It's going to take you 2 seconds. So once you've done that, you need to create a YouTube channel. Now, obviously, I already have the AI Guy History channel established, so it makes no sense for me to create a new channel. As I mentioned moments ago, you can go right here after you're done watching this video and check these videos out. They all cover the entire process of creating a channel, where they can give you a good idea for AI prompts and whatnot. And now let's actually get to creating this video. And so step number 1 is going to be analyzing our competition. Well, to begin with, let me just show you who is our competition. And they're not necessarily competition. When I say competition, I really mean they are channels that we're going to be modeling, getting inspiration from. We're going to be using their metadata, we're going to be using their video titles, all of that, just in order for our channel to rank in the same ecosystem as their channel, so to speak. But before we actually get into all of that, I do remember that at the start of this video, I promised to reveal my income and to prove that it's actually real. So here we are inside of my YouTube studio. I'm obviously going to put a watermark, like a text watermark over this, just so some people don't steal my screenshots. But anyway, here's my YouTube studio. Here it is. I'm going to move it around. There's no way it's fake. I'm going to refresh it. I can resize it a few times like this. It's actually real. And so you can see in the last 28 days, my channel has made $3,000. Let's just call it 3,000. Now, if we go to my channel and copy its link, and if we go to Social Blade and we paste the link here, and so once we are here, we can see that according to Social Blade, my earnings at the highest are 4.6K. Now, as you can see, my earnings are actually a little bit lower than that. It used to be exactly on point, but it doesn't matter. Like you can see, it's all real. Now that I've hopefully proven to you that AI stuff is actually monetizable because I use both AI voiceover in my videos, we can now actually take a look at our competition channels. And so as I mentioned, these are the channels that are considered our competition, and they all also use AI images in their videos. And this guy is actually doing it like personal brand approach. He's literally just recording himself on camera and just talks about historical stuff with, you know, historical b-roll. That's all he does, and he's getting a lot of views. So if we go through their channels, there are multiple things I pointed out in the Google Doc. So let's just cover their channels one by one, because they're all different in a way, and there are a lot of things you can learn from these channels. Thing on my list here is competitor number 1. Their most popular video is literally a voiceover and a slideshow of AI generated pictures that are not even animated by AI. Again, guys, it's just literally a slideshow of AI pictures that are slightly like animated with keyframes, which I'm also going to show you how to do it. And then some random pictures off the internet. And again, this was 100% definitely created by AI. There's no doubt about it. And it is so easy to recreate. Now let's take a look at the second competitor. It's a little different. I don't think you can realistically compete with this channel. So here's the thing. It's a fully outsourced channel, big and expensive production. Those of you experienced YouTubers, by the way, if you're looking to start a team, not do the job yourself, this is kind of an operation you really want to be looking at. And they use a lot of AI imaginary in their videos. You can see right here, literally, if we navigate to this video, the pictures we see are AI. Alright, this is also definitely 100% AI generated picture. So I think you guys get the point now. They use a lot of AI images, so you can definitely get inspired by the visuals they create. Not only that, they introduced the format of entire history of, which now gives them the right to create a historical documentary of any kind. So here's the takeaway. Associate your channels with ultimate format, not just trends or names. You will win in the long run, like I do myself. For example, the video you're watching right now, how I make historical documentaries with AI, whatever, it is a format that I use. I found a winning format for my channel and I use it over and over again. They find the win. Well, they actually started this channel with the winning format. Like, this channel was definitely started by an experienced person, by a very, very experienced. There's no doubt about it. But nonetheless, they understand. Like, this is what I'm saying. It's a very experienced person who started this channel, and you could go here and take a look. Like, and they understand the importance of utilizing the same format. So you can find your own kind of a format. So their format is really the entire history. You could use formats that are attached to time. So for example, and then you could do the history of USA in 5 minutes. Your next video could be the history of France in 5 minutes. Then you could do a video, the history of North Korea in 5 minutes, just like they did. So competitor number 3, this channel is a whole media company and they create Netflix level documentaries. So what exactly can you learn from them? You can recreate their visuals with AI, which is possible and so easy to do. In fact, you will literally know how to do it if you watch this video until the end, but you can learn from their video titles. So for example, we can go to popular and we can look at the titles, at the video titles that have proven to work. Then you learn from their script, learn what they did that worked for them. You will know by the end of this video how to replicate their imaginary, and then you can just literally recreate the topics that have worked for them. You see, the thing is about historical niche, that these topics are truly evergreen. You can take a look yourself. All these popular videos, or most of them, they were made like 1 year ago, 2 years ago. This one is getting 146 views per hour. This video is getting 500 views per hour. And you can see 200, like all of these videos are still getting views all the time after all these years. So not only you can look at their titles, you can also look at their thumbnails. Hook formulas literally break this down, because this channel is an incredible database for historical niche of what works and what doesn't. Alright, so now let's actually see how much these channels make off ad revenue alone. So here's the first channel on the social blade. Now, judging by experience of my channel, obviously I didn't make the very high number, but this channel could be making easily 10k per month just off ad revenue easily. Alright, next channel on the list is beginnings to now. You see, this one says 4,000, but I actually think they could be making 8,000, 10,000 because of how long their videos are, and I know they get a lot of watch hours on these videos, and their RPM is incredibly high because of that. And the last channel is making around $1,000 per month, which is also not bad. And guys, I understand that these earnings might not seem like a lot, especially from these two channels, but these channels are also making money in different ways. But I'm gonna cover that at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But I guarantee you there is a lot of money to be made, so just, I'm not clickbaiting you right now. Now let's finally get started with this video. So what are the ways of making a script? The first way, and that's the way that most people go with, is not because they don't know any better, but it's a copy pasting someone's script and paraphrasing it. Now, first of all, you risk of getting copyright strike if you don't paraphrase it good enough. Next up, you risk to get low views, meaning if you're just copy pasting from someone, chances are that people for a fact have seen this video before, so they're just not going to be interested in your video and the views are going to be low. And since the video has already been seen by a lot of people, and just like never actually do this, you will receive a copyright strike like a loser. So the next way is modeling proven to work videos, creating a bullet point list and reading it out, improvising as someone like this guy is doing it. Now next way is just, I understand this is AI tutorial video, but I'm just saying, if you're rolling on a budget, you could actually hire a scriptwriter that is specializing in writing documentaries. It'll be well worth your investment. But the way I'm going to go about it, it is AI tutorial. I'm going to copy proven to work popular videos. I'm going to copy their titles. I'm going to copy their formulas, and I'm going to create a script with AI. So here are 2 ways to generate a script. Now first of all, we can get a video idea. So we can go to TubeMagic, and by the way, do check out my link. And as you can see, my link has a $1 trial attached to it for the first 7 days. Otherwise, you'd be paying $67 per month. So don't really miss this deal. But once you're here, go to video ideas. Now it's going to ask you for a user handle. So let's say we're going to go to this channel. We're going to copy their user handle just like that. And we're going to go right here, paste it. And in a few moments, it's going to give us a video idea. So as you can see, the entire history of Japan. So you can already use this idea to give, let's say, to a freelancer, or you can use this idea further to generate a script with AI tool right here. But we're going to come back to this part in a minute. Or you could go the old-fashioned way and simply write the script yourself. Now, we can also steal like an artist, and that's what I'm going to do. So first of all, I'm going to go to the most popular video of competitor number 1. I believe this one was number 1. So if I go to his most popular video, which was actually made 10 months ago, and as we can see, it was obviously made with AI, and it is called Walking Through Cities of Europe in 700 AD. What would you have seen? Now, I really like this format, and I think this idea can be used more. Here are the things I noticed when I was looking at his video. First of all, he was not using timestamps, so we can definitely use timestamps in order to improve. Next up, there is no editing on his video. Literally doesn't exist, just minor animations. He did use music, but we're also gonna use music. We're actually gonna steal his video tags using AI tool so that our video is searched for and placed in the same exact ecosystem. And as far as his visuals, he is just using static AI images. We will animate some images with AI and really make our video look like a Netflix level documentary. So here we go. I will adapt this proven formula, and here is my title for the video. Walking through Roman Empire, what would you have seen? This title is actually shorter than his title, so that's already a bonus. That's leverage. Shorter titles tend tend to perform well and better. That's not the reason really. The reason is actually I'm curious about the Roman Empire really when it comes to AI, because I always, as a kid, I always enjoyed movies about the Roman Empire, and I think there's just so much epic visuals we could create with AI, gladiators and the Colosseum and the Rome itself and the Julius Caesar, and just so many more things we could create with AI. It's mind-blowing. So that is why I'm going with this niche. For the next episode of this series, actually, I'm thinking of going with pirates and recreating Pirates of the Caribbean as the next episode of these historical series. You guys let me know in the comments if it's a good idea, if I should go with pirates for the next video, or you have a better suggestion in mind. So really do let me know. I'm actually super curious. Now, the next thing is also important to mention. I already mentioned it, but I actually want to mention it from a different side, is I am interested in the topic myself, and I don't mind doing extra research if I have to. If this was my only channel, if I had no AI guy and I really wanted to start this with this channel as soon as possible, you really have to understand and enjoy the niche you're going with so that you can really identify nice opportunities and actual interesting topics and not just some BS. So let's go to TubeMagic, and in the tools, let's find video scripts. Now in the video scripts, now I'm gonna go here, paste my video title. I'm gonna go back to TubeMagic. I'm gonna paste this title. Now you can also do a script outline. So if you're, for example, doing live videos like this guy and you just really want to have a bullet point that you're gonna read off, something like I'm doing myself, you know, like it is a bullet point that I'm reading off myself as I'm creating this video. Now I'm gonna go with general script because obviously I want to get a full script. I want to do no work myself. Here we have a word counter with approximate durations. Now for demonstration purposes, I am going to create maybe 5 to 8 minute video, but I suggest if you have time to really create longer videos, as again watch time really matters. So if you have the time and the means to create a 1 hour video, a 2 hour video, a 4 hour video, like there's literally truly no limit, because as you can see they got a 4 hour video. Why the Dark Ages weren't really that dark, and it's doing 500 views per hour. It's in fact their most watched video out of their popular videos. If you really compare the views per hour, yeah, it is the most watched. So like it's a no-brainer. Obviously I'm not gonna like create a 4 hour documentary on here because who's gonna watch this tutorial, right, for that many hours? But the concept is the same. Like if you understand how to create a 4-minute video, you can create a 4 hour video. Literally it's just the volume numbers. That's gonna be the difference. So now I'm actually gonna click on generate, and it's gonna take a few minutes. So as we can see, here's our script. It probably took like 30 seconds to generate, and I took a moment to read through it. I really like it. It's not bad at all. It's quite interesting, and as you can see, it's pretty awesome. It has the chapters already, and as you can see, it's a really nice overview of the Roman Empire. It has everything we would need to know, and as you can see, it really feels like a day in the Roman Empire. It covers the architecture, day in the life, and it's gonna be perfect for a video again titled "What Would You Have Seen?" because it just clicks, you know, it matches with the title. We're gonna see the economy. Now here's a pro tip. You actually want to create a Google Doc. So once you create your brand new Google Doc, let's go here and yeah, let's copy this prompt I have for you right here. Let's go to ChatGPT. Just simply paste this prompt. Now we are gonna go back to TubeMagic, and we're gonna copy literally the first paragraph. I think the hook really has to keep people watching the video basically. So I think AI, it tends to create boring intros sometimes. So that is why I recommend to use ChatGPT to at least paraphrase the first. So once I created my Google Doc, just simply copy this entire thing, go right here, paste it, and now let's create our voiceover. So to create voiceover, we need to go to 11 Labs. So once you create your account with 11 Labs, you're gonna go right here on the left, and you're gonna navigate to voices. Once you're here, you're gonna navigate right here to library. This is where you're going to find all of these public voices. Now here's a pro tip. Just right here where it says added by 19k users, basically just look at these millions. That's basically the millions represent how many characters have been generated with the voiceover. So here's my thought. If let's say 28 million characters were generated with this voice, it's probably a good voice because a lot of people like it. So, or this voice, for example, 42 million. Obviously you don't need to select the most popular voice, but that's just kind of a good indicator of a good voiceover. Actually, I think I'm gonna use this Andrew voice. In order to choose the voice, simply click right here to add to my voices, name it. I'm just gonna name it AI Guy History because I actually want to use the same exact voice across all of my videos. So just make sure to use the right name, whatever you're gonna use. Add the voice to library. Let's go to our intro and copy the first paragraph. Now let's go, click right here and finish. Go right here, press on speech. So go right here at the bottom, scroll around, find our newly added voice and make sure to select that. Now on the right side, when you add these new voices from the library, lately 11 Labs has been introducing this 11 Turbo V2 model, and I suggest to keep it because it is their most advanced model, and in fact this voice will work best with this model exclusively. So I wouldn't really suggest to mess with the model settings. What you could mess with is stability or similarity. Just choose them as you wish, as you like them. I'm gonna keep it on defaults because I think 11 Labs does a pretty good job optimizing their voiceovers. I already copied my voiceover, so let's paste it right here. Now let's actually right away open CapCut and prepare it. When I say open and prepare, just literally open CapCut, just create an empty project file. That's all you need to do for now, because next up we are ready to start generating our voiceovers. So simply click on generate right here and start generating it. Once our voiceover has been generated, I suggest you to listen to it thoroughly, fully make sure it sounds okay, it doesn't sound robotic. If everything is good, good. We're gonna download it. Now we're just gonna go ahead and paste it in CapCut, and that's it. We're now gonna start laying our voiceover on the track. So it's a pretty repetitive and self-explanatory process. I'm going to speed this video a lot to keep it moving. And the next step, actually, let's just do this right away. This is kind of from the editing stage, like we're just immediately jumping into editing. The first step is to remove the pauses. Now, there are two ways to remove pauses with CapCut. How do you even cut pauses? You navigate right here, press on Ctrl B, then I can go right here, press on Q, which just cuts it off. And that's kind of the process. Then you just move over the thing, and that's the pause removed. And I'm gonna do the same here, and I'm gonna do the same across the entire video. So again, there's just another process that I'm going to speed up. So now I'm finally done cutting pauses on this voiceover. It took about maybe 10 minutes or so. Now next step is actually generating our character. So for generating character, I'm gonna be using Leonardo AI. Now I will be using a premium generation model for this character. So consider using my link if you don't have an account already with Leonardo AI. So the $12 plan should be enough for beginners if you're gonna be creating shorter videos. For more advanced users, or if you're gonna be doing like a lot of volume, you can obviously try it for free just to get a few generations going. But for anyone with serious intentions, I would recommend to go with the $12 plan, or even a $30 plan if you're going to be creating like a lot of pictures. But $12 should be really enough to create a couple of videos at least, and to really figure everything out. So once you've created your account, and click on image generation. Once you're here, go back to Google Doc, and we're going to simply paste this script, copy the prompt, and we're going to go back here, and now we're going to choose max resolution. Just select the maximum like this. Now go to 16:9, and it's going to automatically select the best resolution for you. Now make sure Photoreal V2 is selected. Choose Leonardo Keynote XL and V2 like I just said. Now we can click generate, and now we're just gonna spam the generate button. It typically takes about 10 to anywhere 30 generations to really get a first result. Now I'm not going to immediately go with and sell the first initial result generations as a draft and not final versions. So here's our first generations, and let's take a closer look at any of these. So let's do this one. Actually looks insanely realistic. Like honestly, there's like a scene or a screenshot out of a movie. It's absolutely mind-blowing, but I'm gonna go with this one, I think, as the first good result. You're gonna see what I mean in a second. So now just download it. Now go to image guidance right here. Alright, so I have a picture here from the previous video I made, so just delete that if you have anything. Now go to downloads, upload the image you just created. Now go right here to image and decrease the strength to about 0.15. Now Leonardo AI, essentially what's gonna happen is, now I'm gonna click generate once I'm talking. So what's gonna happen now is essentially Leonardo AI is gonna use that image that we just put in as guidance as a reference image. So our next outputs are all gonna be looking similar to the image that we just put in. So it's gonna use the same shapes, same colors, and so on. So the next generations are gonna be much more predictable. So now you can go back here to personal feed to kind of look at all of your generations. And I think I'm gonna go with this one right here, just because it just kind of looks directly in the center at the viewers, and I just like it the most out of all these generations. Just before you download it, there's actually one more thing you can do to make this image look even better, is you can actually click right here at the bottom on Alchemy Crisp Upscale, and yeah, simply click on it. It takes about 1 or 2 minutes, and that way the pictures is gonna be super crispy, looking really clean and full HD. And once that's done, just click on download right here. Obviously download the upscaled image. So as you can see, the image has been upscaled. It looks much crispier now, much more detailed. So at this point, you just click on download, and we can move on to the next step. So the next step is actually animating our character with heygen. Now you can use this link right here. Now right away, heygen is a paid software, and as you can see, I create all of my AI guide videos inside of it. So if you do want to use my link in the description, I'll be grateful for it. So how do we actually create our character using heygen? So first of all, and obviously we need our voiceovers. What we can do right now is we can go back to CapCut. We can actually click on export, and right here scroll down, click on audio, and that way you're going to export this video strictly as an audio file. So let's click on export. It literally takes like 1 second. So once that's done, go to heygen, click right here and create a video. Now click on start from scratch right here, should be selected anyways. Select use landscape. If you're creating a video for Instagram or TikTok, use portrait. I'm gonna do landscape. Next up, go right here to photo avatar and click right here to upload your picture. So I'm gonna upload this one. As you can see, all of my AI guy avatars were made here. So again, link in the description. That is the tool you want to be using for the AI character. Our avatar has been uploaded. It is actually kind of too far from me, so it's not gonna feel almost personal when the character is gonna talk. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna select it, and I'm gonna drag the corners like this, just to make the picture kind of more zoomed in. Not that much. So maybe like something like this, so the hands are visible. Yeah, just like this, that's enough. But I feel like it's gonna make a little bit of difference. So now we obviously need to upload our voiceover. So in order to do that, then we're gonna click right here on upload audio. Now obviously upload our audio. Now here's an important part. So as you can see, heygen by default provided me with this blank script. Voice actor provided by heygen. You don't want to be using the voiceovers in heygen because the voiceovers they provide are pretty bad. The voiceovers you want to be getting them from 11 Labs, as I showed. You do want to delete this script. So go right here, click on this and click on delete script. Finally, click on submit. I do recommend naming your videos, so let's name it AI Guy History, just like that. Now click on submit. Now finally we are ready to submit this for animation. I'm just gonna align this before I do. Actually, do make sure to align the picture before you click on submit, because for me it was just like that. For example, I hit it on accident. There's no going back. Once you click on submit, you cannot adjust your picture anymore. So yeah, once everything is good, just click on submit, and it's gonna take probably 5 minutes or so for this picture to get animated. So let's just proceed to the next step. And we don't really need this anyways until we go into CapCut for the final edit. So I'm just gonna let this be, let this generate, and we're gonna come back later on. And so now let's actually start generating our visuals with AI. So the first step here is going to be to actually train AI, right? So, and the best way to train AI is to tell AI the following phrase: let's play a game. You'll be my image prompt producer for a video I'm creating. I'll be pasting here one paragraph at a time of my script, and you'll be providing me with visuals for it. To be precise, you'll be giving me 4 prompts for each paragraph. They'll match the storyline and create compiling visuals. Overall vibe of the video should be kept relevant to the times of the Roman Empire, middle century, feel across the whole video. Alright, every paragraph I paste should be perfectly visualized in 4 text prompts that you output. Guys, I've used this prompt in my previous videos. Maybe some of you have recognized this prompt, but it works amazingly, right? It just gets the job done. So feel free to get this prompt. It's gonna be in the Google Doc, which is attached below, by the way. Don't forget, copy it. You can obviously customize the prompt, alright? You can do it, I mean, if you want to do some extra work, you can make it 8 texts per, per paragraph. Whatever it is, like, it's totally customizable. What I did in one of my other videos, I actually had a sentence that was saying I want green to be dominant color across the video, and so the whole video was like kind of green colored. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy this prompt. All right, so we're gonna keep our character as image reference. However, I'm just gonna put it to 0.1. So the strength is like very minimalistic. However, the entire video is going to have the same style. So that's just another pro tip for you guys. Now let's start generating our prompts. And so let's go back to our Google script. And so let's go back to our Google Doc. We're just gonna copy our first sentence. We're gonna paste it into ChatGPT. I'm actually gonna go up. We need to paste the prompt first. So let's go back here, copy the prompt, paste it into ChatGPT, just hit enter, and we're gonna get back a bunch of prompts that we're gonna use. I'm not gonna touch them just yet. I'm just gonna generate the entire prompt collection at once. So let's go back here, and for this one, actually, it's quite a long paragraph. It's longer than the intro. So for this one, I actually wanna do next one. I'm gonna write next one, but 5 prompts, right? So let's actually have an extra prompt with this one. And I think you guys get the point by now. Let's see if it's gonna give us 5 prompts. If we can just customize it like that on the go. It did give us 5 prompts, which is awesome. So I think this one is also gonna be 5 prompts. I think every single one from now on is gonna be 5 prompts because, well, they're all simply kind of longer than the intro. So there is definitely space for extra prompts. So again, I think you guys now get the point. So I'm just gonna speed this up. I'm still gonna record this for documentation purposes, but I'm gonna generate all these paragraphs in a faster mode. Alright, so it looks like we're done generating our prompts. Here's how many prompts I ended up having. So now go back to Leonardo AI, make sure the same settings are here. So here are the settings, just again, in case you're skipping around. V2, photoreal, Leonardo Kino XL, and max resolution. Sometimes it just sets off, resets itself, so that's why I'm literally telling you to keep an eye on this. Otherwise, you're gonna generate a bunch of pictures in low resolution. Who wants that, right? So now we can just actually split our screen like this. It's actually a pro tip, super productive. Let's just start generating our pictures. We're gonna paste this one. I think I'm gonna be generating 2 images per prompt, just so we always have something to select from. And also sometimes AI creates like bad generations. It makes complete sense to spend extra credits if you can afford to. Let's say if you're on a $12 a month plan, I would not suggest doing this. But if you're on a $30 plan or $60 plan and you have a lot of credits like I do, it doesn't really matter. And I think it's a very self-explanatory process. So now I'm just gonna speed this up a lot. Alright guys, so the absolute majority of our prompts are ready. Some final ones are finishing their generations. If we refresh, we're gonna see some new ones. There's about 2 left. Nonetheless, the majority is absolutely done. These images look absolutely epic. They look insane, especially this one. I really like this picture. What we can do now is we can actually start animating these pictures. Animating visuals with Leonardo AI is super easy. There's just a certain order of actions you need to follow so that you don't confuse yourself. I'm just gonna make sure all the images are done generating. They are. So now let's go back to personal feed and navigate to our first image. Here's how we animate the pictures. We go right here to image to motion. Immediately have your finger on the keyboard on the left arrow. You're gonna know why later on. So have your finger ready and click on image to motion. I'm gonna select from the 2. I'm gonna select this one. Now go to image to motion. I want to have a lot of motion, but I cannot choose 10. From my experience, 10 just creates bad generations. So anywhere above 7 is really the intense side. I mean, it obviously might look cool if you're creating something like abstract, like, you know, animations, neon stuff, who knows, something artistic. But if you're looking with the realistically looking pictures, which we are right now, obviously, I would suggest to go with 6 and not no higher. If you want to create like a more animated picture, if you want to create less animated but still animated, you gotta go with 3. If you go with 2 or 1, the picture is not gonna change at all. Like, it's just gonna look static and boring. But again, I'm gonna go with 6. I'm gonna click on generate, and now I'm gonna click on close. I'm gonna click on the left arrow, and then I'm gonna choose between the 2. Let's say I'll choose this one. It has like green flowers, whatever, looks more interesting. And now I'm gonna click on generate again, and I think you get the point now. Now it's a game. It's a matter of just like scrolling through these pictures, selecting the best one, clicking on close, and getting your collection together. If I have to guess, it's gonna take you some time, probably another 10 to 15 minutes depending on the length. But yeah, I'll see you once that's done. So I just got done generating all of these, and while the remaining ones are still being generated, we can already see the first results, obviously, and that just looks epic. Like, honestly, it really does. Let's look at this one. Yeah, that's just epic. Obviously, they're not perfect. Like, okay, I can tell like their faces are a bit blurred, they're a bit weird, but it's okay. Like, people are obviously gonna understand that it's AI, but nonetheless, all of it is just animated and looks so cool. Like this one, for example. This looks like a perfect drone shot. But again, it's like it's choosing between this or nothing. When I say nothing, like, or you have to go to Rome yourself, to Middle Centuries, and shoot this with a drone. Like, it's not realistic, okay? And I did this in 5 minutes. So keep this in mind. You can literally generate whatever, like whatever place on the planet, whatever time frame. I think AI visuals, currently the historical niche, has so much potential. It is literally a golden niche. No one is talking about it, but it's probably the most promising niches right now on YouTube when it comes to creating AI content. So the next step, while the images, the remaining ones, are still being generated, I want to actually get the music. How do we actually get the music? Obviously, you can search the music for yourself, but first of all, I use Epidemic Sounds to get my music, and it's linked right here. As you can see, it's available for 1 week for free for you to try if you want to. It's the music provider I've been using since day 1, and I've had no issues so far with it, and it's truly the best music provider in my humble opinion. Next up, let's go here and copy this prompt. I think I already did. Yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and paste our script, and I'm gonna tell you in a second what this prompt does. So if we go up, it says what kind of music or genre would best fit with this script, keeping in mind the serious vibe of this video. Give me the best keywords to use in a music provider. Now I'm just gonna paste this prompt and the script, and it's gonna give me keywords, which I'm now gonna go to Epidemic Sound, and watch this. It's gonna give me all these keywords. So ancient Rome, it's actually apparently a keyword. So let's go here and search for ancient Rome. As you can see, there's not exactly ancient Rome category on Epidemic Sound, but it's giving you epic, mysterious, sad, sentimental, epic, dark. Like, I can feel it. I haven't even heard the songs, but I know like it's gonna fit, it's gonna work. Not exactly sure yet which song we're gonna use, but you have to agree, it's something that you would literally hear in a TV like documentary about history. You have to agree with me. So, and honestly, I would never think about searching the keyword ancient Rome. Like, it would just never cross my mind. Like, on a music provider, I would never even think. ChatGPT knows better what to choose. So do use this prompt and do use Epidemic Sound, as I'm just gonna again listen through some of the songs, and I'm just gonna download the ones I like. Okay, I just downloaded the songs, and I think we're finally ready to put our video together. So before we actually put our video together, we're actually gonna go back to heygen, and we gotta download our character. As you can see, it's been generated, and it's talking, obviously, it's alive. So on the right side right here, choose 1080p, and then download original video. So first of all, go to CapCut and import our talking head video, just like that. Next up, we are gonna, well, there's only one thing remaining we need to import, is all the videos from Leonardo AI. So let's close all these tabs just so we don't get distracted. Now go back to personal feed, choose motion right here. You don't get confused with any of the pictures in case you slide down too far. The best way to download them is also a bit time consuming. Just click on download and go through them individually. So that way you download nothing twice, nothing gets left out or confused. And again, I'm definitely speaking from experience when I talk about confusing, forgetting all the time. So just take my advice on this. And now I guess I'm also gonna speed this up because it's pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so just like that, everything has been downloaded. Now literally select all the files. You can hold down Control and select individual ones like that, in case you didn't know that. Now drag it over to CapCut. So as you can see, it actually turns out it's not long enough. Ideally, you want to spend the extra time and you want to generate unique pictures. Every single picture should be used once, not twice. But I'm gonna loop the visuals. So I'm probably gonna place like copy the beginning the beginning part and just copy it and paste it in the beginning just so it fills the video. But again, I really do not suggest you to go that way, and I suggest you to create unique, throughout the video. But if I loop it, I'm also going to show you the looping techniques, so you're only going to benefit from this. Anyhow, we are now ready to start creating this video. No, I think we're actually missing the music file, so let's get them inside. And now we are actually ready. So let's see if our songs are long enough. Yeah, they are. We can start off by editing the music, so we can cut off the empty part right here, so bring it over so the music starts like immediately from the first second. It's actually important for hooking people in. Let's cut it off right here. We can bring this over. This one also cut off the beginning just like so. Move it over like this. Now fade it out and fade in, both of them. Alright, just so the sound transitions are going to be smooth. Now, there's not much editing we need to do, to be honest with you. What we can actually do is we can have our character just like my character. So we can have it on the right side inside of a frame, right? So how do we do that? We can actually select the character and we can go to mask right here on the right side. And depending on if you want this in a circle or in a rectangle, I always do it, my character in the rectangle, so you can, well, I'm going to use the same technique so you can see how it's done. So you can do it maybe this big, like this much, and then you can do round corners just like so, and then you can just make the character smaller and just bring it over like this on the side, and just like that you have a historical AI talking character in your video. It's so easy, guys, I'm telling you. Now we can actually go here to the beginning. We can now create a compound clip of this file and we can paste it, and now we can go here and we can actually paste it right here, and then we can just go all the way at the end, select everything just like so, literally select everything and press one button, it's W. Alright, so just like that, everything is done. We have our video ready to go through the final edit. As you can see, the character is aligned, visuals are aligned. Now the character we're modeling, they were all using minor animations on their video, like they had like those slow zoom ins across the video. It's actually done with keyframes. However, as you can see, AI animated all of our pictures for us, so I don't see a point to do this. However, if you wish, if you're not animating with AI or you just want to know, it's so easy, I have to show you. Go to any of the videos, click on the very first frame, and on the right side in the scale section, just select the keyframe, just create one. Now navigate right here to the very last frame, let's say, and just set the scale to, let's say, 140, whatever, doesn't matter. And that way the video is just going to zoom in rapidly, watch. And you can also pay attention to the scale, it's going to be increasing. So as you can see, the scale is increasing, the video is zooming in. And that's kind of the technique, the animating technique that the reference channel was using. It is so easy to implement, it's just a bit time consuming. And again, the AI did all the job for us, so I do not see the point to spend our own human time animating this. Here's what we can do. We can definitely apply an adjustment layer to play with the colors. We can definitely add a filter. I like adding clear 2, so let's just add clear 2 here as well. Let's play with these first of all. So cut them off at the end. Now we go to clear 2, and I like to decrease it to about 20-ish, 30-ish. That's kind of the ideal range in my opinion, maybe a little less, because these pictures tend to be already very saturated. So maybe around 20 is good for this one. Now scroll the way down, go to vignette, and actually increase it to about 20. Now, as you can see, if we increase the vignette, what it does, it darkens the edges. So if we increase it a lot, it actually also darkens the character. And I want the character to stay bright. So the way we do that is we literally drag the adjustment below the character. And as you can see, it's not affecting the character line anymore. We'll just have to correct it individually, like color correct it. So now we can increase the vignette just like that. And we can also increase the brightness or exposure to about +2. And maybe we can play around with saturation just a little bit. Kind of looks better, doesn't it? Also keep in mind, you always want to oversaturate your videos a little bit, because I think it's a little oversaturated, but it's okay, because when you export, when you upload to YouTube as well, it tends to compress down your saturation a little bit. So, but now I think we can also apply some transitions to this video to make this a little more professional. We can just apply the same exact transition. You can obviously, scroll through CapCut's transitions. They have a lot of pro transitions. But what I'm gonna search for now is the mix. It's called mix, and it's just a classic. It's one of my favorites. Or blur. Actually, you know what? Now it got me thinking. I'm gonna search for blur, and there's a lot of pro, great, cool looking blur animations. Alright, so I just watched through some of these, and I think lens blur is pretty epic. So just to make it clear, lens blur is only available to pro users, but if you do want to check out CapCut Pro for 7 days, there is a trial available for you. Link is down below. Go to transition, and there's a lot of transitions we would have to apply here, right? Like there's so many of these videos, but actually we can just do it at once with CapCut. So make sure your transition is applied and selected like that. Then on the right side, click on apply to all, and what's it gonna do is it's literally gonna apply the transition to all the files, or all the frames. Now select all the voice files. What I like to do as far as the voice settings, in the volume select 2 for the voiceover. It's kind of the ideal setting. And for the music, I am going to go with select the music first of all, obviously. And typically I try to put -20. I just realized that the first frames of the video, they actually have to be selected precisely. So let's actually go through and just select the most epic looking ones and the ones that just relate to the Rome. So that would be the first one with the gladiator. Now I want one with like a Colosseum, like this one. That could be the second picture. That also looks very historical. Yeah, literally this one is amazing. So let's have it like this. And I think that's enough. I think one last thing we could do to absolutely polish this video and take it to the next level and make it just a little more engaging, we can go to effects, and then I have this effect as my favorite because I use it all the time. In actually this video you're watching right now, I used it in the intro part, but it's called God Rays. It's an amazing effect. I really like it. So I'm actually gonna drag it right here. Make sure to drag it below the the avatar layer. So then actually we need to configure this effect because by default it's kind of yikes. So we really need to correct the atmosphere first of all, increase it significantly. So yeah, maybe just before it starts bending over, like keep it here. Blur, I want to decrease it. Filters, I subject it to the color. Glow maximum, because more glow, the more glow the better, right? Range also, well yeah, so range is also a big one you want to adjust because yeah, it can be crucial. Not too much definitely, like maybe 70s, maybe even 85, something like that, and that's it. And finally, one of the last things we need to do is applying captions. So go to text right here, go to captions and click on generate. It should take a minute or so. Before we actually generate, I just remembered it's good to turn off the music so it doesn't interfere with the captions. So once the captions have been generated, there is something you have to do. Go through and make sure that they're all adjusted correctly. So like this, the length is matching the words, or like this is really what I mean. So you need to go through, kind of adjust them like this. Shouldn't take too long. And typically the spelling is correct, but you also want to listen through. Click on captions right here, and you want to sit through the entire video, watch it through and listen. Make sure the captions, like there is no mistakes. Sometimes there's like really bad mistakes and they can just, CapCut can print wrong words. It happens rarely, but it does. So you really want to be careful about it. So one of the next things we need to do before we generate the video really is we need to adjust our captions. So in order to do that, select the text file right here, any of them, then go to templates and really choose any of the caption templates. CapCut offers a lot. I do not suggest to use those single word templates. They're obviously only for short form videos. Choose something like this where it's just like a simple sentence, but make sure you see some of the templates that are like double lined, so you would have to go here like to captions and manually fix all of them. Just don't use these templates. But there is some templates that are kind of like on a single line. You're gonna see what I mean, kind of like this. Yeah, so it basically stays on the same line. So I'm actually gonna go with this one. We're just gonna make it a bit smaller and like this. So yeah, let's actually make it a bit bigger. So just make it a bit smaller, maybe with the basic. I want to make it like 8 maybe. Yeah, that's good. And then we can go here, choose a preset style. So I'll choose this one, standard. And then I'm gonna go to font, and there's a font I use all the time. It's called Trend. I like it a lot. So now we can go to shadow. Turn on the shadow, maybe like so, just a bit. And finally, if we can apply glow, if it's possible with this one, yes. So let's increase the intensity. So make sure everything is unmuted, everything is selected, aligned, everything is nice. All transitions are applied. You applied adjustment, you applied an effect, you applied a filter, you applied everything as I showed, and then you're finally ready to click on export. Now if you're using the Pro version, and again the link to CapCut Pro is going to be down below, but if you want to be exporting with captions too, the video quality depends on your computer to generate in 4K and bitrate higher, and if your computer can handle it, by all means, those are the generation settings. If you cannot handle it, or your computer cannot handle it, you can also go with recommended 1080p. That's also fine. That's what other people use, but I'm gonna go with 4K and the higher bitrate. So as you can see, we just finished CapCut edit. So really now we need to start thinking about our thumbnails. I think the easiest way to go about this is we just generated so many beautiful looking pictures. So like we have to utilize it, right? Let's go here, and since YouTube now offers A/B testing, so you can actually test multiple thumbnails, we're gonna choose 3 thumbnails to test them, because honestly, I have no idea which one of them. Obviously we have to choose the most cinematic ones. I think one of them can actually be our character, quite cinematic in my opinion, so I'm gonna go with this one as the first option of our thumbnail. Next up, we're gonna go, should I go with this? I'm gonna download it as an option, to say the least. Now I'm gonna go, definitely has to be like maybe some kind of a landscape that looks mysterious, and I think the Colosseum. Okay, so those would be our thumbnail. Now let's actually right here type in Canva, and we go to Canva. Now in Canva, click right here on YouTube thumbnail, or you can also search for YouTube thumbnail. Just click here. And once you are here, go to our downloads, refresh it, and just download or import our most recent pictures, just like so. Now, zoom out a little bit and create 2 new blank pages, because we're gonna have 3 thumbnails, right? So now go back to uploads, and I'm gonna go with this one, I'm gonna go with this one, and I think I'm gonna go with this one as the final one. So now place each one in according tab, just like so, size them. You can make them bigger, I think, and just scale them like this to make them even more stunning. Same goes for this one. Make this also a little bigger, because the bigger it is, the bigger it looks. Obviously, just better if it's slightly bigger. And this one is no exception. Make it a little bigger and adjust it like so. Now, it's kind of too big. I want to go back to our video. So our video is called Walking Through Roman Empire, What Would You Have Seen? I think the best caption to have like in the thumbnail that's really gonna click with people is like POV Roman Empire. You're gonna understand in a second. So let's get a text box. Just type in POV Roman Empire, and that's it. I think that's so like original, no? Anyway, now we obviously need to select, we need to customize the text. So first of all, let's go to font, and there's a lot of fonts. I'm gonna go with my recent ones. You can feel free to type these in or select or actually I'm gonna scroll through, maybe find a cool looking font, something I haven't used. Maybe Oliver Base. This white text kind of blends in with the overall picture. So I wanna fix it a little bit. And now let's position it right here. Then we can go to shadow. So go to elements, type in shadow, and we need this type of shadow. So it's like rectangle black shadow, and we just need to apply it like this. And so that way the text is gonna stand out a little more. We can bring it down, like I don't want the upper side of the picture to be too black, so just keep that in mind. So just kind of like this. Maybe you can copy paste this shadow and also bring this one down as well. Yeah, Canva is being weird sometimes. Maybe decrease transparency, it's just kind of too dark. Smaller elements. So now we can just place it right under the text. Maybe we can make it smaller and then like duplicate it, so the text really stands out. Now go to position and just make sure it's underneath the text. Now what we can do is we can actually now right click and we're gonna group them. Where's the group? Right here. So yeah, now also we want this to be grouped too, like all of them besides the picture. So let's group that. Now what we can do is we can copy this and we can drag this over right here, and we can cut it, and then we can press Ctrl Z, we can go back here and we can press paste, and that works. Now go to the top and also press paste, and that works. And just like so, we have 3 amazing thumbnails. Yeah, that's perfect. And now I'm just gonna go through and download each one. You can download them all at once as a zip file, but I'm just gonna download individually. So do this and then download this one. So now let's finally start uploading our video. So go right here to upload the video on the right side, top right side. Then click right here on select files. Obviously select our video. So that one selected, and immediately let's upload our thumbnails. So scroll down here, click on test and compare. Upload our 3 newly created thumbnails. Really love YouTube, by the way, for introducing this feature, because it just allows us to experiment like this seamlessly. Now upload all the pictures. Also a pro tip, if you're using just one picture, I still recommend to upload this same picture as 3 different pictures, just so YouTube pushes your stuff more, you know, just because you're using new features. Either way, I really recommend you to always upload all 3 thumbnails, since YouTube gives you that option anyways. Why not utilize it? Alright, next up, let's go and get our title. So simply scroll up, go back to the Google Doc, copy our title, paste it in. So next up, we're gonna select our playlist. A video should always be in a playlist, just so that people can continuously watch it. The viewer session is gonna be longer on your channel, which is a good thing. Now in the altered content section, I know this section confuses a lot of people. It is AI generated content, but you're gonna choose no. So go right here to end screens, and it's really important to always have an end screen in your video, just so whenever people watch your video all the way till the end, they will literally have an option to click on the other video, and that will only increase again your viewing session, and that'll only give you more watch hours and more views. On the right side, you can see a checklist that is actually built-in feature from vidIQ. If you haven't purchased vidIQ just yet, it is absolutely the most essential AI tool, and I have a special deal for you guys. You can actually try it out for just $1 for the first 30 days, and given that you are going to need it, I guarantee you, if you're serious about YouTube, you're gonna end up purchasing this tool, so consider using my link. Alright, so one of the first actual ways to utilize vidIQ by grabbing keywords from other successful videos. Go and sort by popular to find the best and proven to work videos. So for example, how Rome conquered Greece. It's about Roman Empire. It's obviously related to our video, and we just found it in the search bar, so obviously it is optimized the right way for SEO. So what we can do now is we can actually click on this video, then we can scroll down. As you can see, besides the checklist and the YouTube Studio and the upload menu, the vidIQ is also going to provide you with this built-in interface, which gives you all the data about the video. like, you know, views per hour, overall views, and all of this data you can see yourself. But the only thing we really care about right now is the video tags. So we can just click right here and simply copy all of these tags so we can actually use proven to work tags in our video. So as you can see, I'm now in VidIQ, and there are two ways you can get keywords from here. So first of all, on the left side, you can go to keywords and you can literally just type in Roman Empire, let's say. You're gonna get related keywords to your search. You know, you can click on these keywords, you can see what videos are being recommended that use that keyword. You can look at the question keywords, you can look at the matching keywords. All kinds of keywords are here. If you actually want to know how to do a gigantic keyword research process, so if you actually want to check out my Automation Empire course, as you can see, I literally laid out this formula and showed you how to use keywords like in Excel, like lay it out like numbers, formulas, hardcore stuff, guys, you know. So if you really want to know more about this process, because it's just a long process and it's not for YouTube, like nobody on YouTube cares about this, but if you're serious about this, the Academy is there for you. Now, here's the cheeky stuff I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to AI Coach and I'm gonna make sure my account is selected, the AI Guy history, the right account is connected, have it selected right here, then go to Advanced. The Advanced Coach is going to be connected to your account directly. So it's gonna be pulling data from your account, like real data that your account has, and based on that data, it's gonna give you suggestions. Now, that's just my favorite part about VidIQ. That's insane. All right, like how could you as a human possibly know all the data that AI has access to? And I have to mention that VidIQ is connected directly to YouTube via YouTube's API. So the prompt goes like this: give me a description for a historical video about Roman Empire. It should be full of related keywords. Within seconds, we got our description full of keywords. Nice and easy. Paste it right here. And I think, how do you add timestamps? Just click on dash, type out timestamps, click on dash again, go like this, and I'm just gonna type out, you can also do like chapter 1, chapter 2, just as long as the video has timestamps, because if it does, your average view duration is gonna be higher, because when there is timestamps, people typically, when they land on a video, they will click through the timestamps to see what the video is about, if they are there. If they're not there, they might just land on the video, they get bored, and they click off. So that's a pro tip, like you have to have timestamps. I think our video is fully ready to go. So our new video has been published. I'm gonna be updating you on Telegram, how it's doing. We're gonna be publishing the views, all this stuff. Telegram link is down below. Now let's actually talk about the interesting part. How do they make money? So first of all, ad revenue. Here's the thing, guys. Historical videos, first of all, they are truly evergreen videos. Like, treat your historical videos like a digital real estate once your channel gets monetized, because it will be getting views. Now, I understand there's a lot of people who just talk on the internet, so let me just prove to you that these videos forever get views. They are truly evergreen. I think we already covered this in this video, but as you can see, like, VidIQ plugin shows there is views per hour coming in for every single video, and it's been posted for 2 years. So it just works like that, okay? So first of all, ad revenue. Once you create your videos, get them monetized and optimized, they're gonna be getting money forever. Now, next up is affiliate marketing, and you can get creative with this. You can promote books, historical books, audiobooks, some kind of a merch, and lastly, we could be selling private communities like this channel. So let's open this up, and he's got a Patreon. It's very common, actually. I see a lot of historical documentary channels sell Patreons with some kind of a private content. Now let's see what he's actually offering. So yeah, early access to all videos. That's super common. That's probably the best thing you could do. I'm not promoting him by no means, I'm really not, but he's offering a lot of stuff, and he's offering for $7 a month, $5 a month. I mean, he can make at least $1,000, $1,500 per month easily, just like that. Now guys, if you actually want to learn more from me, and if you actually enjoyed this video you watched right now, this is my private community, AI Guy Academy. It's got the community, right? So we got all kinds of people here posting nice stuff, exchanging information. We got the classroom with obviously my private courses like Automation Empire, like I dropped recently.
Subscribe to the channel if you liked the video.